Hey guys, Teacher Emily here. I just wanted to do a really quick video and help. I've got 12 referrals going through this right now, so it was just easier for me to do a video so they can all just watch that instead of me trying to type things out to each person individually. And hopefully it will help some of you. If you don't already have a referral and you have not done a mock class yet, please use me as your referral and I will help you through the rest of the process, no problem. And beyond the process, I still talk to my mentor on a weekly basis. I check in and just kind of let her know how my bookings are going, and she's just been super helpful through the whole thing. If I ever have any questions, I don't hesitate to ask her, and if she doesn't know, she'll find out. Same with me. If I don't know, I will find out for you. So all my information is in the description below. If you have already applied, you just need to send them an email with my name, my email address, and my referral code. If you haven't applied already, you can follow the link below, and it should go ahead and use me as your referral, but I would go ahead and enter that code as well that is below, just so I get the email that you signed up under me and I can get in contact with you somehow. So the very first thing that I want to say about your mock classes is calm down. Take a deep breath. I am a worry wart. I panic about things. I can't help it. Before my mock 1, I was literally having a panic attack. And it was totally uncalled for. As soon as I got into the classroom, my mentor was like, "Are you okay?" And I had psyched myself up so much, excuse me, I wasn't okay. And she just kind of talked to me for a second and, asked me where I was from and what my experience with children was, how I heard about VIPKID, and just kind of calmed me down that way. And then I was fine for the rest of the lesson. I wasn't nervous about mock 2. And then I got nervous all over again when I taught my very first class. So the nervousness comes and goes. I don't get nervous anymore. I've taught over 200 classes, and it's just like riding a bike every day. I don't even have to prep for them anymore. It's just second nature to me now. So just calm down. It's going to be okay. And hopefully your mentor will be like my mentor was, and they'll just kind of reassure you and talk to you a little bit before you jump right into teaching. So a few tips and tricks for your mock, besides being calm. Smile. Put a big cheesy smile on your face for the entire 25 minutes of the lesson and you will be golden. Your cheeks will hurt, your mouth will hurt, but it's worth it. I still do this for my regular classes. Right before I turn the camera on, I put a big cheesy smile on my face that just welcomes the kids. They're not, scared when they open the camera and see, an angry teacher staring at them. They see someone smiling and someone open and inviting and kind. And it reassures the parents as well. And I keep it there for the entire 25 minutes. And then as soon as I turn my camera off, my cheeks fall and I get to kind of relax for a little bit. I'm getting some really awesome definition in my cheeks, though. I've got to say that from this job. I don't have to contour quite as much to get the definition in my face. Number 2, try to wear orange. It's not mandatory. That used to be a rule. It's no longer a rule. But it is still the company color, so it just looks good. I got complimented on wearing an orange shirt in my mock classes, and it wasn't mandatory then. Don't go out and buy a new orange shirt for your mocks. It's not that big of a deal. Just wear a plain colored shirt, no logos, nothing with advertising or anything like that. I will say Old Navy had orange V-neck t-shirts for like $2.97 when I got hired, so I ordered like a 5-pack of them, and I still wear them. They weren't, great quality, but I keep them in a stack on our guest bed right here, and I just throw them on in the mornings, and I go for it. Try to wear some lipstick. I'm not wearing any right now. I have a little bit of gloss on. You can't really see it. But it just looks professional for your mocks. It looks like you tried. Even if you're not a makeup wearer, just put something on your lips. You don't have to, full face it up. But it just looks like you're a professional and you're trying a little harder. And it also makes your pronunciation of letters stand out a little bit more. Makes it a little bit sharper. Lighting. My lighting is kind of horrid right now. It doesn't look like this on camera when I teach. It's daylight right now. I don't know why it's so poor. But lighting is a big deal. Try to have, a lamp or 2 facing you or a really bright light overhead. Or the best thing is to have a window on that side of the camera so it's shining on your face. My window is over here. Maybe that's why my lighting is so terrible. But try to have, some kind of lighting. Slow down. That is a turtle. not a good turtle. I'm not an artist. Slow down. I'm a fast talker, and in both of my mocks I was told I need to slow down, and I had slowed down. I was going like half speed, and I still needed to slow down, especially thinking about this is a level like pre-VIP level 1, knows nothing. Think if someone was speaking to you this fast in Chinese, you would have no clue what they were talking about. Slow down. Use simple language. Try not to add any extra words in. Okay, make it as simple and slow as possible. If you have headphones or earbuds, it's best to use those during your mocks and in your lessons. It cuts out on all the extra noise going around. You can really hear what your mentor is saying. They can really hear what you're saying with your microphone, and it just looks professional. You must have a set of headphones when you do get hired for the job. I ordered these on Amazon. They were like 19 bucks, and they've worked great. I've been with the company for 5 months, and I've never had any issues with them. They do have a mute button. So if I'm sitting there in class waiting for a class to start, I can mute it and the kids don't hear me chugging coffee. Be prepared. I practiced my mocks a lot. I recorded myself. I watched the playback. I practiced in front of my husband. I practiced for days and days and days before I actually did my mock classes. Just be prepared. And you are being prepared. You're watching these videos right now and you're trying to get used to the way that this is done. It's kind of a strange process, a strange program. You probably haven't done anything like this before. So just watch those videos and be prepared. And last but not least, be yourself. You can watch as many of these YouTube videos as you can or as you want. Don't become another person. Have your own teaching style, because when you get in the classroom at 3:30, 4:30 in the morning, you're not going to watch hours of YouTube videos before you do that and then try to be that person. You're going to be yourself at early, crazy hours in the morning and just let yourself shine. And I'm sure that your mentor and your students will love you for you. Okay, so now that you've got your tips and tricks, let's walk through some of these slides and just kind of give you an overview of what you should be doing. And my daughter is now awake. That's why we had to pause. So she's going to be running in and out of this the whole time. Do you want to say hi? Give me. Oh, hi. Hi. Hi, hi, hi. No, you can't have my props. Okay. So just bear with me on that. I apologize. So the very first slide is the introduction slide. Here, don't take my stuff. She always takes my stuff. So the very first slide is the introduction slide, and you just want to be slow and welcoming and just try to get your student to start speaking to you a little bit. So I would say, hi, or hello. My name is Emily. Oh, thank you. What is your name? And they might say, my name is Amy. They might say, Amy. If they just say their name, Amy, you need to correct it. My name is Amy. Good job, Amy. How old are you? 5. I am 5 years old. Or I am 5. Very good. Good job, Amy. Are you ready? And they'll say, yeah, or let's go, or just stare blankly at you. Just click on the next slide. Okay, letter X. You don't have to go into letter X a whole lot right now because we're going to hit it big time here in a little bit. That's your book. Okay, on your reward slide, I believe the one that they show is, I have it somewhere, the one with the helicopter and you're climbing up a ladder to get in a helicopter. You don't have to use their reward slides. I literally never do. This is the one that they, no, it's not. Sorry, different helicopter. I never use the right reward slide. I'm always like, really? Maybe I don't have that one. I'm always really excited if I get to the reward slide and it happens to be the one that I'm using for that day. I'm like, yeah, I'm like really prepared. Look at me. Go me. It is. There it is. Brooklyn was standing on it. Okay, this is the one that they use where the student and the teacher can go up or down. I've never used this one, ever. I use the banana one a lot. I need to make some more bananas. I use money for my older students, and we count the money at the end or as we go. I use cars for my young boys. I like to pull things out of eggs and give them color options, like, do you want the orange egg or the pink egg? Orange egg, okay, let's open it and see what's inside. For my mocks, I used teeth. Okay, paper, I just put tape on the back, and they get a tooth every time that they do a good job. So pretty simple reward there. So you just explain to them what the reward is. Amy, if you do a good job today, you get teeth. You get a tooth. Okay. You don't have to explain it in depth. They're probably not going to understand it until you start going with it. She is ripping all the stickers out of my book. Cool. Okay, click next slide is the warm-up. So they already know ruler and robot, so I would start with those two words and say, Amy, what do you see? And circle the ruler. If you have a ruler, what do you see? And if they say ruler, which they should know it, say, I see a ruler. Good job. Very good. Robot. If you can do the robot, cool. I can't. I just look not good when I do this. Circle robot. What do you see? I see a robot. Good job, Amy. Very good. Okay, and then you'll move on to things that they don't know yet. I would circle tongue. Point to your tongue. They'll probably stick their tongue out. Say tongue. Tongue. What do you see? Good job. Same with tomato. What do you see? Good job. Oh, I need to lotion my elbows, y'all. What do you see? I see an elbow. If they don't know what it is, it's okay to help them. They don't know these yet. For tongue, tomato, elbow, and table, it's okay. Elbow. Elbow. I see a elbow. An elbow. If they see I see a elbow, correct it. I see an elbow. Okay, and then the same with table. Circle table on the screen. I see a table. I have a touchscreen computer. I bought it specifically for this job, so I can just circle stuff on my screen. If you have a mouse or you want your student to use a mouse, this doesn't hook up to the computer that I own. I just hold it up as a prop. So you can, circle with your finger, whatever you want to do. Another thing I've seen on some videos and people are asking about, if the arrows are invisible, you just hover over them and click it and it'll go to the next slide. You don't have to type the page numbers in at the bottom. I didn't have that problem. I didn't even know that was an issue until I watched some of the other YouTube videos. Okay, so go to the next slide and it will look something like this. You'll have small S, L, R, and K and big S, L, R, and K. Okay, this one I actually see a lot in my teaching classroom. I'm going to use my whiteboard for this, but I would actually do it on the screen. I would draw the lines on the screen. So I would say S, S, S makes the S sound. Very good. Small s. Big S. Draw a line. Whoop. I always do that sound effect when I draw lines. I don't know why. Good job. Good job. L. L. Big L. Shh. Small L. Small L. L makes the O sound. Good job. Can you draw a line? And they should be able to draw a line. My marker is not doing well. Good job. And then you'll do the same with R and K. They should be able to do it on their own. After you model it once, do it with them one time. They should be able to connect them. I always shout my big letters, big S. And they like to scream that. And then shh, 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 small S, small S. Okay, make sure you're saying the sentence. S makes the S sound. L makes the oh my God. L makes the O sound. R makes the not R, sound. And K makes the K sound. Okay, that's the sentence structure that you want to use for that slide. Okay, you get a tooth. Good job. And then you just stick your tooth up there. Good job, Amy. You got one tooth. Yay! Be excited about it. Make it a big deal. Okay, next, this is still a review slide, so they should have some prior knowledge of this. Key. Oh, thank you. She's bringing me stars. I drew a key. You can use a real key, or you can just use the pictures on the slide. It's not that big of a deal. So you would say key. Key. Key starts with K sound. K. Good. Can you draw a line? Good job. Very good. Okay, do the same thing with king. I have a crown that I like to use for king or queen or princess or anything. So do the same thing. King. What do you see? I see a king. King starts with the K sound. Good. Draw a line. Okay, you can do the same thing with egg. I would have props for all of those. Egg, kite, elephant. I mean, it's very repetitive on this slide. You're doing the same thing. You're using the same sentence structure. Elephant starts with the eh sound. Okay, you want them to repeat that sentence structure for key, king, kite, elevator, egg, and elephant. And then draw a line. Draw a line. They're familiar with that because you connected those big and small letters prior to this. So that should be a review. That one shouldn't take too long at all. Okay, the next one is when you introduce X. X. Big X. Shh. Small X. Good. X makes the X sound. Good. Very good. Okay, just keep encouraging them. That's fantastic. Okay, next slide is fox and ox. This is where you use, what do you see? And you can show a picture. I like to show a picture. When I did mine, I didn't have a picture of a fox. I had a pink fox glitter ornament, and I held that up, and my mentor was like, I don't know what I see. You know, she was pretending to be a 5-year-old, and it didn't look like a traditional fox, and she was not going along with it. I was like, It's a fox. I didn't know what to do, but it was a fox. So now I have a picture. So I would stay with the color frame that a picture is. Maybe not use a pink glitter fox. Okay. What do you see? They might say fox, or they might be like my mentor. I don't know. I don't know what I see. Fox. Fox. Shh. Fox. I see a fox. Good job. Very good. You want them to say it 3 times. Do the same thing with ox. What do you see? I don't have an ox. I can't hold it up. Ox. Ox. Shh. Ox. I see an ox. Right here, my mentor said, I see a ox. I see an ox. Good job, Amy. Great job. You get a tooth. 2 teeth. Woo! And I like to put them in weird places. I don't like to do just like a perfect row of teeth. I always make them look like a vampire first and foremost, and then I go from there. Okay, the next slide is activity time. Don't skip this one. Do something. You're psyching them up for the next slide. So I use my train whistle constantly. Activity time! Yeah! Activity time! Woo! Okay, you can get them to stand up, sit down, just yell activity time, do some kind of whistle, whatever you want to do. Don't skip it. Say something. Okay, click next. Don't spend a lot of time on the activity slide. Don't do it. The next part, and my marker is going out, so I don't know how well this is going to work. You are introducing blending to them, and some of them may be very familiar with blending. Some of them may have never blended a single word in their entire lives in English. So you want to, I'm going to use my whiteboard for this. I didn't use a whiteboard for this. I just used the slide on the computer and I drew on the slide, but just so you kind of can see what I'm talking about. And then they do X. Okay, I know what I'm going to do. This is how I did it. I did on the slide for the first part, and then I used magnets and a whiteboard for the second part. So you want them to work on pronunciation. So, ah, ah, x, ax, ax. Good job. Very good. Okay, and then you want them to blend in a T, an F, and an M. T, F, M. And obviously you'll be more prepared than I am. I was super prepared. Okay, so you'll go T, ax, tax. Good job. And then same thing with fax. Good job. And then try to let them do max on their own. Max. Good job. Very good. They should be able to blend the second and third one on their own, at least the third one on their own. Okay, next slide. This is the memory game. I had no idea how to do this when I was doing my mock classes. I watched Nancy Taylor's is probably the best one that I've seen. She draws it all out for you. I would go watch her video. But basically, you're getting them to match the X with the X, fox with fox, and ox with ox, and then they have to connect it in their mind that you're flipping a card and, you know, and they have to remember what was on the other side of the card. It's the memory game that we all played when we were kids. But it's hard to explain to someone who has probably never played the memory game before. The next slide is the same thing. It's blank, and you want them to match those letters or remember, you know, can you see X? Can you circle X? See if they can circle, see if they can write on the screen. And if they don't get it, you're just going to have to help them. My mentor did get it, thank goodness. Okay, next is X. Okay, so I would do the same thing with this one. X. I would have it written on a whiteboard. X. 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 Good job. K. Kicks. Good job. Very good. You get a tooth. 3 teeth. Good job. I should have given that on the last slide. Okay. Next, same thing with R, S, M, and T. You just do the same thing with blending. X. Rix. Good job. And by the third, fourth, and fifth blending word, they should be able to do it by themselves if you give them the initial letter. So like by the time T comes along. T. Good job. Ticks. Very good. Good job. Okay, and if you forgot to give a tooth along the way somewhere and you're getting close to your last slide, give them another tooth. Okay, 4 teeth. It doesn't matter as long as they get all 5 rewards. And then when you actually start teaching, you give stars, they're interactive stars, and you have to do a secondary reward too. So you're initially giving a reward like every other slide. Okay, and then the very last thing that you, before the goodbye slide, you're trying to get them to do a couple of words on their own. So I would do this on the actual slide, but you want them to make ticks, 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 and you want them to write a T on their screen. If they can't do it, which, I mean, they're beginner level, do it for them and make them say ticks, you know, 3 times. Ticks. Good. Ticks. Ticks. Okay, it's you're winding down at the end. This is just a review for ticks, six, kicks, ricks, mix, whatever it is that you're doing. Okay, and then the very last slide is the goodbye slide. You want to make it short and sweet. You want to be watching your clock. If you need to extend a little bit on the goodbye slide to make it to that 15 minutes, do it. So great, you did such a great job today. You got 5 teeth. Hopefully they got 5 teeth. Give them another one if they hadn't. Good job. You get 5 teeth. I'm usually better at doing these rewards. If you're at like 14 minutes and 45 seconds, just say, you did a good job today, Amy. Goodbye. I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Click. Okay, you can extend as much as you need to, or you can make it as short and sweet as you need to. It just kind of depends. All right, guys, like I said, there's hundreds of videos out there. Obviously, mine's not even going to be remotely close to the best one because I'm all over the place like I always am. But I did pass my Mach 1 and made it to Mach 2 and got hired, and I am loving this job. Like I said initially, hi, baby. Oh, she's stealing my props. She stole my horse. Here you go. She's mooing like a cow for horse. I love what I do, and I want to help other people get to a point where they can work from home and stay home with their kids all day. It's amazing. There's nothing else that I would rather be doing than teaching early morning, getting done right when my daughter is waking up, and getting to spend my entire day with my daughter and my evenings with my husband. No prep, no lesson plans, no administrative issues, no standardized testing. These kids are great. I love them. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask them in the comments below. I'll be honest and transparent, just like I've been. Whoa, that marker is open so far. So if you have questions about bookings or anything like that, feel free to send me a message or comment below. All right, guys, thank you for watching. If you made it through this whole thing, you're amazing. Thank you. Bye.